Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYGO playing some more Exosister Adventurer for YGO Omega Daily Duels. Opponent gets to go first, opens on Incredible Ecclesia, tributes, summons Moyi, activates Moyi, reveals Gigi. We are going to Effect Veiler, target the Moyi. Opponent sets a card and passes. Draw phase, standby, main. Alright, opponent lets us go to main. We're going to activate Rite of Aramesir. Summon our token. Activate Fateful Adventure, also known as Journey of Destiny. If this is blackout our opponent has set, we're still okay. We're going to activate Adventure, add the Griffin Rider, discard probably Archfiend. We don't have any Exosisters. Special summon the Griffin. Activate Fateful Adventure, equip Draco back to the token, and now we have a negate up, which makes us a little more secure. We're going to activate Draco back, target our opponent's set. Set goes back to hand, enter battle. Token attack Moyi. Opponent takes 300. Griffin Rider attack for 2000. Opponent takes it. Main phase 2. Set Crossout Designator. Set Vadis. And pass the turn. Standby main. Opponent summons Lulu. Okay. Activates Gigi. Chain Vadis, pay 8. Search Sophia and Irene. Defense mode, defense mode. Opponent dumps King Long. Probably Chuche. Just summons. Do they activate Qinglong? That would be great for us if they do that. Overlays into Fortune Tune. Okay. Activates Qinglong. Sure. Searches Lao Lao, discards, trigger Irene, trigger Sophia, summon Michaelis, summon. Neither player can activate card effects in the graveyard, or neither player can special summon from the graveyard. I feel like special summoning matters more because we know our opponent has Lao Lao. Summon Caspatel. Activate Caspatel. Now that turns off Zanwu and Lao Lao. Then I'm assuming our opponent is summoning Fortune Tomb to go into Zeus, but we have Griffin to negate Zeus. Goes to battle. Weird that we're not playing as Zeus. Attacks the token and then concedes. Okay. Opponent knows that they can't out the Griffin. Swordsoul Virtual World. This seems like a matchup where Lancia and Nibiru will be very good. Imperm is good against Swordsoul, less good against Virtual World. Crossout's not good going second. Call by is not good going second. And then maybe cut an Ogre and a Veiler. Try it like that. We draw Lancia and Nibiru, standby main. Not going to shotgun Lancia. Opponent summons Mogi. Reveals Lily. Summons token. Synchro summons Grandmaster. Grandmaster Chainlink 1, Moyi Chainlink 2, opponent draws a card, searches Longyan, activates Longyan, pitches Lili. Opponent's deck is interesting. Longyan summons a token, we will activate Nibiru. Summon Nibiru, give our opponent the token in defense mode. Opponent activates Kowloon. Grabs Chuche. Activates Lulu, targeting Chuche. Lulu's gonna search. Searches Gigi. We will Lancia. Keep our opponent off Qinglong. Keep our opponent from getting any fodder for Chuche. Activates Lao Lao, targeting Chuche. So opponent's still going to have basically a full board. Right is good, but if our opponent sets up any actual negates, it will probably not resolve. Wheelie and Lao Lao. Dumps Nyan Nyan. Makes Zolkin. Okay. Sets a card. Zolkin triggers. Summons Crystal Wing. Activates Gigi on the Lulu. Dumps Zanwu. Triggers Nyan Nyan. So after Nibiru, opponent has Charger Warrior, going to draw a card. After Nibiru, opponent has 6 monsters on board. We had Nibiru when we did because they could make Baron. Summon Shen Shen. So Shen Shen we can attack. Opponent gets a Lao Lao back. Imperm is dead. Activate Right. Summon the token. Activate Fateful Adventure. Activate Fateful Adventure. Search for the Griffin. Pitch Stella. Summon the Griffin. Opponent chains Crystal Wing, negate and destroy the Griffin. Normal Irene. Activate Fateful Adventure. equip Draco back. Activate Draco back, target the Crystal Wing. Bounce the Crystal Wing. Go to battle. Attack Shen Shen. Opponent takes 200. Attack Zulkin. Main phase 2. Set Imperm. Pass the turn. End phase. Draw phase. Opponent draws. Activates Shen Shen. Banish. Summons back Shen Shen. Nyan Nyan triggers. Irene triggers. Opponent chains Imperm. We will chain Imperm to negate Imperm. Summon Caspitel. Activate Caspitel. Opponent chains Zanwu. This will be their last chance to summon from the graveyard. Targets Lily. Lily is tiny for some reason. Switches token to attack. So they have to attack the... Okay. Activates Lulu, targets Chuche, dumps Qinglong, searches... Lily. So this gets summoned back as a tuner, right? No, just gets its effects negated. Pitches Lao Lao. Activates Lao Lao. Will not be able to chains Chuche. They're gonna pop something of their own to clear a space. No, they're just gonna target Nibiru. We lose Nibiru. Opponent shuffles a couple cards back. Jumps Zanwu again. Summons Utopia Beyond. And we are super dead. All our stuff goes to 0. Alright, that wasn't especially close, but this deck also doesn't seem to play through boards terribly well. We're going to probably should keep Lancia. Go down to Nibiru's. Bring back in Call By. Bring back in Valor and Ogre. Do you want anything else? Drawl is not great against this deck. Oh, we're going to run it like this. Keep Lancias. Go first. Very Exosister heavy hand. going to normal Stella, special Ellis, gain 800. Activate Stella, summon Stella, gain 800. Let's make Michaelis. Activate Michaelis, pitch Stella, search Vadis. I wish we were just playing like Abyss Dweller. Set Vadis, set called by, pass the turn, opponent draws, standby main. Or Baguska. Baguska feels like it would be very powerful. Opponent thinking. It's always nerve-wracking when your opponent starts thinking. Gets to the red hourglass. Summons Ecclesia. Effective Ecclesia. We will call by that. So opponents use their normal summon. Activates Kringlong. Activates Lily, targets Kringlong. Dumps Nyan Nyan, just Nyan Nyan. And Zhanwu. Opponent wants to Zhanwu, that's very okay with us. Alright. Activates Gigi. Targets Lily. Dumps Kringlong. Triggers Nyan Nyan. We will chain Vadis, pay 8. Summon Irene and Sophia. Summons back. We will activate Ellis. We will activate Irene. And we will activate Sophia. Summon Caspitel. Summon Michaelis. And Asaphiel. Activate trigger effect of Asaphiel. Activate trigger effect of Caspitel. Now opponent cannot activate cards in the grave or special summon from the grave, which theoretically should hurt our opponent's deck a lot. They're not completely out of it. We'll see what they can come up with. We only really have 2 interruptions. We can bounce something and then we can banish something. But that should be enough because this deck, alright, they're going to activate Kringlong, banish Zhanwu, target Michaelis. Okay, so this is a tuner, this isn't. So we're going to try to negate Michaelis. We will chain Michaelis, get rid of the tuner. It triggers. They put back Ecclesia. Without tuners, I'm not sure what options our opponent has. I'm also, all right, opponent tributes GG, summons Lily. Does Utopia Beyond shrink permanently? That's all right, summons Ptolemy M7. Grabs back Lily. Goes to battle. Attacks Asafiel. We take 600. Main phase 2. Makes Zeus. Nukes the board. Reading Asafiel. I'm trying to figure out why we couldn't I thought we should be able to bounce M7. Maybe I'm missing something. We draw an Imperm, which is very unexciting. We'll set Imperm, pass the turn. Oh, bouncing is not a quick effect. That's important to keep in mind. Opponent has a Moyi. Effective Moyi, reveal GG. Well, we will Imperm Moyi. I don't think it's enough to win the game, but... Alright, opponent attacks for 3,000. So how do we get out of this? I think we need to run any Exosister monster, make Michaelis banish the Zeus, attack, search Vadis, Inari Fire. Not quite good enough. Will, I guess, set Inari Fire, pass the turn. Opponent needs to summon any other monster. Has Kowloon. Grabs Chuche. Cannot target sets. Has a Lala. Okay, and then that's game. This is 200 attack. Opponent attacks with anything, 3,000, and then Lala's probably going to summon out Shen, so we are super, super dead. That was close, though. We got to see some of the strength of this deck. GG, opponent.